Well, hey everybody, welcome to Fingerstyle Guitar 4D. And tonight we're going to wrap up the complete first part of Windy and Warm before we move into part number 2. Before we get started, I want to feature somebody tonight that I've gotten to know on YouTube a little bit and growing rather fond of him. Very nice gentleman, very nice. Paul Georgia. He did a tune recently, a cover by a gentleman named Warren Zevon, I think is how you pronounce Warren's last name. Can't be sure. It might be Zevon or Zevon, but either way, he wrote a tune called Mutineer. Many of you may remember that song from quite a while back. And Paul covered it recently on his channel. And it's interesting because Paul's got 150 guitars, and that's normally what he talks about. But lately, I've come to find out that he actually plays piano, and he plays. He can play a lot of instruments. I'll just say that. And so he covered this tune, Mountaineer, and I just thought he did a fabulous job on it. So tonight, I'm going to feature that song, and just give Paul a shout out. And I'm going to drop his link to his channel in the description. I think he's just a super nice guy. If you like nice people, you're going to like Paul. Okay? I would say go visit Paul and check his channel out. He's working to grow that channel, I think, and he's got a history with music, and I think there's something to be gained there. So, but this song, I loved it. I thought it was beautifully done, and it took me back a few steps, I'll say that. So here you are, ladies and gentlemen, Paul Georgia covering Mutineer.
You're in a bottle of rum, hoist the mainsail, here I come. Ain't no room on board for the insincere. You're my witness, I'm your mutineer. I was born to rock the boat. Some may sink, we will float. Grab your coat, let's get out of here. You're my witness, I'm your mutineer. Long ago, we laughed at shadows. Lightning flashed, thunder followed us. They could never find us here. You're my witness, I'm your mutineer. Shadows, lightning flashed, thunder followed us. They could never find us here. You're my witness, I'm your mutineer. I was born to rock the boat. Some may sink, we will float. Grab your coat, let's get out of here. You're my witness, I'm your mutineer. You're my witness, I'm your mutineer. You're my witness, I'm your mutineer.
All right, everybody, go visit Paul when you get a chance and show a little love there, will you? He's a good guy. I grow fonder of that guy by the day as I sit and visit with him a lot on YouTube. I just think he's a nice guy. And I love the song, and I'd like to see him do more of them. So, Paul, if you catch the video, yeah, that was really well done, brother man. Really well done. Congrats. Folks, go visit Paul, please. You won't regret it. All right, so I'm going to drop all of his information down in the description. Now, we're gonna finish this Wendy and Warm up tonight for the first part of the song. And I'd say if you're new to fingerstyle, and hopefully that's why you're here. Either that or you like to laugh periodically. One of the two. That's why you're here. One of the two. You either try to learn how to do fingerstyle or you find this channel comical. And that's okay too. I'll take that. But as you begin to expand a little bit out into fingerstyle, if you're new to it, look, I realize just how difficult it is to just do that. Just to do those things and begin to speed them up and try to get a little traction with them takes months to get to a place to where you can finally do some things, Just that. And I was talking to Chris the other day, Rutledge, and we were talking about how that you really have to, as much as you don't want to, and you want to deep dive in there and start doing it, you really do have to do these things very, very slowly to begin with and build the speed so that you get the notes to articulate like they should. And even that can be, sometimes, some of these tunes, that can take a long time. Because think about Wendy and Warm for a minute, this A minor chord. To articulate, when I first started doing this, I was hitting so many different strings on the guitar. Now, it didn't sound horrible because I had my A minor made, right? But really, you only want to be pulling, plucking, doing your bass, the notes that you're supposed to be hitting. And then there's pressure relief on a lot of these notes. So, strike that note, let it ring for however long it should ring, and then let it go, right? And some of these are... because that's really how Wendy and Warm starts out. Because you could hear two strings in there just now. I did it again. You hear that? I'm hitting two strings right there. I'm not supposed to be doing that, okay? And you'll probably do the same thing a little bit as you begin to kind of plow into this a little bit. See, I still struggle with it. And if I start concentrating on it, I'll miss my bass note up here. And I've been doing fingerstyle now for a while. So I don't care how proficient you may get at doing a particular tune. You always have to be on guard for that. And I think that's why it really takes a tremendous amount of practice. So if you ever want to get good at anything in life, you have to practice at it. So... and the guitar is no different. So, do I need to get absolute perfection? No. Would I like to get it right occasionally? Yes, I would. Okay. So what I'm going to do is walk through this thing fairly slowly. Matter of fact, I'm going to try to slow it way down. all the way to where we left off last time, okay? And then we'll move into it from there, the wrap up on the first part, okay? That's where we had it last time, and once we did that, we picked up on that number 3 and did a hammer on with that A minor chord with our A bass note, the number 5 string, which is open, and then we repeat what we first learned in this tune. Okay. So it is. You really want that to ring. And sometimes my little finger will slide down a little bit and mute it, and it shouldn't do that. Swipe both strings, number 1 and number 2. Because the next thing you're going to do is come up, swipe up, and then we're going to get into round 2 of this thing, which is a little more challenging. So that winds that whole piece up, because once you come up and you do the, you see, we'll start here. Okay, there is one thing that I kind of added in to this tune because I liked it. You know, when you come up here and you do the, there is another, I guess, improv you can put in there in place of that. So, and I'll show it. I'll show you what it is. And all I did was come up here to the 5th fret and covered the number 2 and number 3 with my little finger on the number 2 and my ring finger on the number 3 on that 5th fret, leaving the number 1 string open. So number 1's open. You got number 2 and number 3 are covered up here on this 5th fret. Okay, so what I do is just and then I come down right here, and that's middle finger on the number 3 string, number 4 fret, 4 finger on the number 2 string, number 3 fret. So it's, and I'm picking up, I'm using these 3 fingers, and I'm picking up the number 1, 2, and 3 strings. Then just take that and slide it down to where your 4 fingers on the 1st fret and your middle finger is on the 2nd fret, 3rd string. Before you went, this is just anyway, folks, it's just an alternative to okay, instead of doing that is so it's just an alternative to that, okay? And that's the first part of Windy and Warm, right? So from the very beginning at what I would call, I don't know what the time is on this guitar, on this song. I don't even really know. I mean, I know what timing is, but I don't know all the, I know they call it 4/4 and other times. I don't know what they are. I just listen to a song, I hear it, and once I know what the beat's supposed to be, then then I just kind of move with it. I don't know what that stuff's called. Somebody said 4/4, I would think, okay, that's either 16 or 8, and I don't know which. It shows you how much I know about music and all that stuff. So from the very beginning, we'll walk through this one time. Don't forget, periodically, if you want to add that in there, you can, okay? Just throwing it in as, I kind of like that. Of course, sounds kind of much better, but that does kind of break up a little of any monotony that might be there if you want to throw something else in. And once you get to where you can do this song proficiently, then you can throw your own things into it, right? And then that's fine, right? All right, let's walk through this all the way from start to finish for part 1, and then we will head on down the road and get ready for the next round. Because the next thing you're going to do is a G7, and you're going to be sliding up to it from that 2nd fret. And that's what it's going to be. It's going to be And we'll walk through that very, very slowly, okay? Next week, okay? Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I'm actually doing this video Thanksgiving night, and I hope all of you had a great Thanksgiving and there wasn't too much drama at the table, okay? Because you know how some of this can be. We're living in an interesting world, folks. Take care of your friends. Take care of your family. God bless. We'll see you next time.